Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So this video here is part 2 on poor man's candy. So the first video I showed you guys how I went about mixing the paints up and the ground coats and the intercoats with the fake candies or poor man's candies, whatever you like to call it. This video I'll be doing this booth box in an amazing green. Don't be fooled by this color here because there's a bit of magic about to happen. And we'll also be doing the lid of my toolbox. We'll be doing that, and then I'll also put some flakes over the top of it. There's going to be 2 more videos to come in this series, so that's something to look forward to. A lot of this video will just have a bit of music on in the background, but I will still be taking you through talking to the camera as I go along. So I'm using my Segola 4600 Extreme Aqua. That's the air cap on it. It's a digital version, and I'll tell you what, this gun is rapidly becoming one of my favorites, and along with the clear coat gun as well. So I will be doing separate review and demos on this gun in the future, but for now sit back, relax and watch me spray these poor man's candies. So that booth box actually came up pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. It's sort of, yeah, nice bright green, something that you probably struggle to get with just your standard colors. You might be able to get something pretty close, but it just gives it that little bit more depth. You just got to be careful and make sure you get it on nice and even, or else you will sort of get a bit of mottling and heavy edges. You got to be careful of heavy edges. Look, this isn't perfect. I'm not expecting it to be. I think that looks pretty cool. It's just, as I say, it's just a bit of a demonstration on how you can do it if you so wish. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll let that dry off while we jump onto this one. I'll probably move that back up the other end so we don't get overspray on it, and we'll get the blue one done. So there we go. I ended up running out of the fake candy for the blue. So I ended up going out and just sort of mixing up a little bit more. But I've just about found that 3 is the magic number when it comes to fake candies. And it seems to be the one that makes them look nice. 2's just not quite enough. And 3 seems to be, yeah, quite good. So I put the coarse metallic in the ground coat for this one, so you can really see that metallic's standing up quite nice. And because I put that lapis blue, and you can see it's sort of got that Cadbury sort of a red flip to it. But out of the 3, I think that this is my favourite. I reckon the green's my favourite. The red does look okay. I think that red will come up a bit nicer with some clear coat though. And I've still decided I want to put some flakes on this. Something that really just jumps out at you. Something that, just some standard silver flakes. I'm not going to go, I've got some holographic flakes there, but I think I'll just go the standard flakes for it, see how that looks. So I'll go out, put some of that with some intercoat, same thing, just a 599 stabilizer, whatever you want to call it. And then just spray a couple of coats of that on it till it looks nice. Same thing, like I could spray the flakes mixed in with clear, or I could spray it in the intercoat, but I personally prefer the intercoat. Because if you do it with clear, then you've still got to put some standard clear over the top of that so that you can flow coat it. So same thing with these, like if we wanted to get the best possible finish out of it, we would flow coat it. So you'd finish painting it, clear it, rub that clear back down again, and then just put another coat of clear down over the top, another couple of coats of clear over the top, and you'll just get the better gloss level. And part of that is that we put quite a fair bit of material down there. So we put out 2 coats of ground coat, 3 coats of fake candy, and then a couple of coats of clear, and those 5 coats of base coat just sort of want to suck the life out of the clear, so you'll lose a bit of gloss. I really don't think I'm going to get too fussed about it on this. As I say, it's just a toolbox, but I like the way my booth box is looking, and I will give that a coat of booth coating. We spray the booth coating on the walls in our spray booths, not this one for some reason, but in the other booth we spray the booth coating on, and then we can just hose it up. So now I've got this nice with a fresh coat of paint on it. I'll put that booth coating on it, and we can clean it down in future easily. Anyway, I'll go out and get these flakes in the gun. I've got to put that into a primer gun too, so let's go. Alright, so I'm going to mix up my flakes next up. As I said, I'm just going to be using it in the 599 stabilizer. So grab that out again. There are cheaper options of this. You can get Concept No Mix, you can get a litre of it for like 60 or 70 bucks I used to get it for. So the Standox version is actually quite expensive. I think you're looking around $150. That's here in Australia, so just look around. You know, this video is sort of a poor man's candy type video, so you know, obviously be savvy and don't go and buy the top of the line paints for the intercoat, because it's going to get buried in clear anyway. I actually reckon that there's nothing wrong with using cheaper clear first time, and then like if you want to flow coat a car, you can use the expensive one over the top of that. I've done that before and it worked quite well. So I'll put a bit of this in there and see how she goes. So if I was to put this into a gun that had a gun filter in it, it just wouldn't come out. These flakes are too big to fit through a standard gun as well. Like they might just come out at 1.4, 1.5 or something like that. But I got a 1.8mm there, and I have sprayed these size flakes through there and it works fine. So they're the 200 micron flakes. I reckon that should come out quite nice. I'll give it a bit of reducer, thin it down. That should do it. I have seen people use suction fed guns for flakes, and they put like a washer or a nut and bolt in there, and that seemed to work for them fine. But you just want to make sure that those flakes don't end up settling too much down to the bottom, so give it a bit of shake up. They won't be in there for long. I'm just going to put 1 or 2 coats on straight after one after another, and then walk out, clean the gun out. literally that easy. It did start to feel like the flakes were starting to clog up the gun though halfway through. So I put less on the outside, and in a way I nearly think less looks a little bit better. That might have a few too many flakes in there, but it's not really a big deal. I reckon it still looks pretty cool. We've got the candy underneath it. I'll try and put some clear over that. That should pop quite nice. So I've decided to leave you guys with a bit of a teaser of what's going to be coming up in the next video. I'm going to be doing a little bit of airbrushing, and then we'll be smashing some clear coat on. And the final video in this series is actually going to be a review and demonstration on All Candy's Wet High Solids Clear. Had a few questions about that lately, so here I am spraying the Wet Clear with my Segola 4600 Extreme 1.3 XL. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, get out there and paint some shit there, gunners. Thanks for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.
Yeah.